AT&T, I hope I've made myself clear that I don't like what you did. I don't think it's fair in this community or any community, regardless of whether you had the right to do it or not. I just think it's a bad practice to slap things up without at least notifying the city and trying to go through the permit process. Sounds like that's not going to happen again. I hope it doesn't.
I rarely sit up here angry. And I'm angry that I'm being put in this spot, that the city is being put in this spot. The pole was put up without permission in 2005 and then post hoc legalized. From a legal perspective, that may be okay. From a moral perspective, that's unacceptable. Parameters. I think the pole should be removed. I do not think that it meets Belmont's zoning ordinances, specifically the one 1151A, the location of the proposed use is compatible to other land uses in the general neighborhood. I couldn't find another cell pole. I didn't drive every street, but I could not find another basically telephone pole or utility pole with an entire cell infrastructure mounted on it in the city. I could find large power poles along Ralston. I could find the PCB capacitors on poles, but I couldn't find a cell site anywhere. So I really have trouble making the findings for this, but I don't feel like we have a lot of wiggle room on this.
Well, I'm frustrated. I don't know if I'm not angry, but it's frustrating that in doing the research and looking back at, it was approved in 2006. Then the city found out in 2010 that there were existing boxes, and then going through the process from that point forward to try to bring it back into compliance. And, when I met with the city attorney to discuss what our options were, and we are handcuffed.
I think if I look at where we are today and where we can be, I think we're better off approving this than not approving this. It takes a pretty miserable condition and just makes it bad from a visual standpoint. And I think that's about all.
I think that the residents want is a good neighbor to work with, and that means what they say. And not because they're forced to, but because, I've been taught it makes good business sense if you work with your customers and you listen to them. If I was in the neighborhood, I wouldn't want all that crud on a pole in front of my house. I can find, I'm not happy about it, but I can find for it. And I like what the speaker said. I like what the council said. And you have my full support on putting something on the priority calendar to talk about having a comprehensive look at wireless so that we can engage in conversations. You're absolutely right. Whoever said, the character of the community is important. I'll leave it.